We all know each other. We don't need to do introductions and of such things. For now, a bit about the introductory, like an introductory statement in the adventure. It's like uh, it's not going to be a very well, since it's a one shot. It's not going to be filled with an open world and such like such things because it's quite difficult to implement in such a short amount of time to play in like 3 hours. I mean, but hopefully there will be some interesting choices that you will find interesting. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll have to see. Basically, where you will be located as of right now, as we're speaking, you are in Dulco, which is a country, from my understanding, which is mostly populated by monstrous races such as orc, minotaurs, goblins, and so on and so forth. And you would be located somewhere northwest of the city or settlement or town or whatever it is of Agan. So the city is right here. And
I don't know if
you,
it's just me, but I don't have vision on the map. Is that
oh right, because you don't have the token. Yeah, my bad, my bad. I will just put the a token. Do you have vision now?
yeah?
Okay. Does everybody has vision? Does everybody have vision?
Yep.
Yep, yep.
All right. I don't know how to do it without the token, so yeah, my apologies. But yeah, as I was saying, you would be in the northwestern side of Agan, which is around here, or yeah, around here. Well, it's more or less what I'm pinging right now. So yeah, you would have met already. You would have been on the road for at least a day. You would have spent the night, and after you've entered into the forest of the long night, it has been so far quite an uneventful journey. It has been almost pleasant to some degree because, well, you have such a wonderful guide by your side, and this is not the orc actually. This is one of you. It's actually I'm gonna do introductions right now, and we'll start with our Minotaur. If you could introduce yourself.
Okay, yeah, you'll see an 8 foot tall minotaur just rippling muscle as he carries a large maul in one hand and wears heavy hide armor. He's quite dark, like grayish fur and red eyes, as his name is Yorkson, and he has been hired as the navigator of this group as he knows his way around these forests apparently, and he's just been quite quietly like making his way forward, seemingly quite confident in the direction that he's leading everyone.
Wonderful. And you know that basically there are at least 1.5 days extra of walking in the same direction. There's a small empty circle on the map that's right here, and that's the uh, like the point we have to reach. And you came from Agarb, and you followed the road, but then you took a left turn and went westwards directly to the forest. Accompanying the well, the eccentric orc, it's also another well person who is a bit more eccentric as well. If we can have it from Mr. Artificer, I won't say his name yet, so he can introduce himself.
Alright. Your artificer looks a bit strange for an artificer. He is, for one, a half elf, almost dressed like a clown. And is a lot shorter than you'd expect a half elf to be.
Mhm.
You
Actually, go ahead.
know, he used to be part of a circus act, but might have got kicked out for something that he hasn't quite shared yet. His
Mhm.
name, Jungle Juice. His real name, long forgotten.
Awesome. Awesome name. Awesome forgetfulness. Right. And on a more, well, not necessarily serious, but maybe, I don't know. We also have our, I would call him a magician, the way he described it to me first time. So if you can introduce our character, Artemis.
Sure. What you will see is Salsu. He is what's called a elf, which, funny enough, for other elves, unlike other elves, his eyes is like black voids, like that, and he has long white hair, of over which a little white, a little top hat is. He's wearing. Then he's like wearing a. If you imagine like a magician's outfit, and then just to match it, he has his fine little black cane.
Mm. Interesting. So we have quite the members of the group. As for the orc, he's actually dressed in a full plate armor. He's wearing a full plate armor with some very nicely done symbols on it. They're like circular symbols, and on imprinted on those they seem to be some sort of metal material that would help with something. Don't exactly know what. But he's actually not that tall. But for an orc, he is actually taller than most of you, except for York-san. But yeah. And he does have his backpack with all his gear and a long sword and a shield to carry him forward through the foliage, to cut through the foliage with the sword. But yeah, now that we've done a short amount of introductions, let's jump into it. Like I said, the first day was pretty uneventful. You've managed to get into the Forest of the Long Night. And basically, what happened is that you've managed to find um, a small clearing based on York-san's knowledge, in which you've made camp and you've gotten a full day's rest. Now, I would ask all of you to roll initiative. Just is not for a combat, but just for the fun of it, just to see who wakes up first.
Says you need a combat to roll initiative.
You need a combat to roll initiative. Then just roll a what is called perception. Or
we can just
roll a d20 and add the modifier from dexterity. That's easier. I don't know.
Oh, oops.
All right, plus 15 for initiative. Oh, okay.
I already rolled.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Right. Apparently, then I will roll. By the way, I will do all the rolls for the enemies and for your ally. I will do them physically with my own dice. So it will add a bit of mystery to the mix. Okay, York-san, you are the first one to awake. You have the small bonfire, which is now it's not flaming anymore. It's not in flames anymore. And tell me a bit about what you would be doing as you wake up.
Yeah, as he sort of gets up and stretches, he'd look over at the elves probably in their like trance state and just shake his head as he slowly lumbers off to go and check the perimeter, make sure nothing's snuck up on the camp or hiding in the forests. He's just giving a look around to see if he can sniff anything out that shouldn't be there.
Okay, we're gonna. I mean, no, roll another perception. Sorry. Let's see if this one is better. It's better by one. Nice. We're slowly getting there. I can't wait for you to roll a 35. So that's
Yeah, I've been rolling real bad so far, and I forgot he has such a massive perception. I'll also point out that his passive perception is 25, if that ever comes up.
Yep. No, I will definitely keep that in mind. As you look around for a bit and you search the perimeter, like you said, you notice that there are just a few critters here and there, bunch of small animals and small birds. Nothing really of threat as of now, but you're just in a part where you would say it's even a bit more traveled for some people who are more adventurous. So people don't usually go into the forest of the long night, but in this side, like on the edge of the forest, they kind of go to just tell the stories that, oh, I've been to this cool place and stuff like that. So up to this point, it's pretty safe, but forward, you're probably gonna need to be more careful. So yeah.
He'll sit and wait for the elves to sort of wake up as he'll kind of sit there where all the critters and things are running around, but he'll sit completely still so that the birds eventually come and land on his horns, and like he just kind of blends into nature.
All right. Well, Mr. Xalzu, you also wake up from your trance. I think it's a 4-hour trance or something like that.
Yes.
Okay. And as you wake up, you would see, well, the orc and the half elf still sleeping, but you would see the massive minotaur just kind of standing still with two birds, small ones, brownish in feathers, one on each horn. What do you do?
Well, I guess it is time for a little magic trick. Takes off the hat and it's like, see, nothing to see. And just to make sure, he just takes his other hand, puts it down there, shows nothing. There's nothing there. Then he takes his cane, he moves it over, and does a little trick. Let's see if it actually does work. And
Okay.
he pulls out a raven. Or rather, a raven just flies out of the hat.
Would the raven be landing on you or nearby or just flying into the sky?
It will just be flying in the sky. You know, like a little aerial surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
Yorksan sort of grunts as he looks up, watches it fly into the sky, and then he looks back at you with this like glare on his face. He says, "You're keeping ravens in your hat? Release them all now."
God damn it, now I wish I had the Block of Familiar spell. Wait a second, does they actually have that? Let me just check.
No problem.
Nope, that's a warlock spell, so don't have it on my list. Well, that was the only one.
He narrows his eyes at you and says, "Good. It is not kind to keep animals kept in your clothing.
No, now,
There's some orcs that tried to keep some squirrels in their pants once. Didn't end well for them either."
now, don't be so sad. Here, take a card.
Ooh, all right.
Roll, roll 22.
You see, he almost, like, he gets kind of excited as he inches forward and tries to pick a card. Roll, what? 20? What?
22.
What do you mean
What?
roll 22? What?
Just try and do. You will understand.
Oh, a DC 22. Just
No. Just roll.
No,
There are.
I guess. Okay. Yeah,
You're
just
asking
roll
me
it.
to roll a 22-sided dice. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I wonder if that works.
Yeah.
I wonder if that works in Foundry. Or if it just
Yeah,
says.
it's just what you're saying. You're not giving context again, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It is basically just to see what card you pull.
Yeah, I get it. It's like a text. It's roll.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, numero uno.
The Chancellor. Let's see.
No, it's Palpatine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just checking that it doesn't automatically throw a one.
Yeah. And just. We just see.
Cool.
Yeah. That's the context of it. I was like, it's a shame they don't have like a roll one. I just counted how many cards there was.
Mm-hmm. And basically, as you draw, the third member of your party, not Dort, Dort is still sleeping very nicely, doesn't mind the sound at all. Mr. Jungle Juice, you are kind of woken up from your trance by the two people talking, and you see the Minotaur just picking a card from some sort of fancy deck.
Oh, a magic trick. I love magic tricks. What are you doing?
Well, just doing a little morning routines. Gotta keep up with the magic tricks so you don't get rusty.
This one's mine. He kind of turns away, just holding his card in close.
And JJ just like leans into to whisper to Zalsu and just says, "So which card is it?"
The Chancellor.
Going to be in your back pocket. Something.
You don't know that the card you're holding is illusion. As I just like from like my what's called like my wrist, I'm just like the wrist trick just pulls out a card, which is the Chancellor, and puts it back in the deck.
Nice.
Looks down at his hands, all confused. Oh, how did you? I don't like this one. You smell funny. You don't have earthly anything about you.
I have jungle in my name.
Not you. This one smells weird.
JJ just steps away.
Don't worry, you're pretty weird yourself.
JJ shrugs.
Look, we don't get many elves round here. I suggest you all keep on your guard. These forests are probably not like whatever jungle you came from.
You see JJ just like look up, think about something, and then just chuckle. And but he'll also just reach into his back pocket and pull out a headband of intellect. Guys, does anyone want a gift? Tried using this, but it just doesn't work.
What's that?
There's some band for your head.
Yeah, you can clearly see Yorkson is not wearing one. He's looking at it with this dumb look on his face.
Also known as a headband.
He just puts it on just to like show what it's meant to do.
And then just with his like hand, and now look at this, as he just like lifts his cane and just pulls it down under the like above the what's called the headband, and just like a veil appears. So that is apparently what it is supposed to do.
I got this thing as a gift, but I don't know, I never. It's just not useful to me.
When you say that, you all three hear the orc like, no, leave me alone. What? And he opens his eyes as any sleepy orc would do, and he looks at all of you three. Oh, it's morning already. Wonderful. Let me get my bearings and we'll move. And he starts kind of getting up and putting on his armor and preparing for the road ahead.
While he does that, JJ's gonna try and like figure out which way we're meant to go, and if he can, he'll cast. He will cast.
Oh, Skyride. That's a cute spell.
And basically just mark the direction, just a massive arrow.
Well, to be fair, Yorkson would be the one that knows, but you also know that you are kind of going in one direction only. So
Yeah.
the one that you followed so far would be a very good guess.
And that's what he did.
Yorkson looks up in the sky and looks back at you and says, I think you better try that headband again. You've made it pretty easy for us to be followed now. Thanks. Giant arrow in the sky.
How many people look up? When I still worked in, when I did my act, I got away with half the shit I could because nobody looked up. It's fun.
Well, let's hope there's no rocks about.
Rocks as in the birds.
Yeah. It's just like thinking of all the dangerous things that could be in the sky that might even see it. It's just like, well, best to get moving sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it only takes like the orc 10 minutes to put on his armor, and then he'll be on his way as well, with being prepared and all. But yeah, the minutes pass. You make sure. I mean, I think Yorkson would make sure that the place doesn't leave any visible trail that you've been here. If you want to do something else, let me know.
He'll start doing that, and then he'll look up at the sky again and say, "How long does that last?"
I never counted. An hour?
Oh, all right then. And yeah, he'll try and clean up any traces that we were here.
All right. After you do so, the orc Brill will, as he's ready with everything everything prepared for him as well, he would look at you all, and especially at you, York-san, and he would ask you, "Please, Mr. Guide, lead the way."
Right, well, I suppose for now we can follow the quest marker. Try not to get lost. And he will ready his maul, make sure that everyone's in the pack, and he looks quite excited to get moving.
Yes.
I need to check or something too.
You know what? Now that you're mentioning it, I mean, you know these parts pretty well, so I would say for now no. But once we will get deeper, maybe we'll do some checks. But for now, it's all right. So because it's like you know this part like the back of your hand, then yeah, you would know.
Yeah,
Like
cool.
second nature for you. Right. But yeah, as you start moving, you get, well, deeper and deeper into the forest of the Long Night. And as you move along and kind of trudge towards the designated, you know that you have this date that you need to travel, like probably half a day more after this one. Right. You manage to travel without problems for the next few hours into the forest. And as for how the forest looks, I will move you onto a different map. Let me put the token first down so you can see. And then something into this field. It's not really, it's just for aesthetic purposes, this map. But yeah, you would basically be traveling through these trees and some other like yeah, some other bushes and stuff like that. In the end, you would need to stop for a few minutes to have lunch, and you can do lunch moving. Like you can actually do eat the rations that you would have while moving, but it would mean that you would only be able to move at half speed for like an hour, I would say. But other than that, it shouldn't impede your movement too much. Would you guys want to keep on moving and eat whilst moving, or just take a break and absorb the view?
Keeping on the move. Maybe more prudent.
Yeah, I'll try and assess the people that we're moving with. Does it look like either of you two are particularly like skilled in terms of survival. You both seem like you might be carnies.
You get the impression JJ is quite smart, but maybe not in that sense.
Like, I mean, literally, are you proficient in survival? Is what you're trying to suss out.
Nope.
And what about
Yes.
Zelzu?
Yeah. Yes, he is proficient in survival.
Bunch
Yeah,
of survivalists. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he's not so sure about the astral elf, but he'll agree that we can keep moving. However, if we're going to do that, yeah, he's going to start sort of preparing something. But sorry, you guys carry on after.
Okay. Wonderful. Give me 1 second, please. 1 second. Okay. Well, right. In that case, Reno, it's quite difficult to traverse these parts, and as you keep on moving, you are a bit slowed down by the fact that you're munching on maybe a beef jerky or something like that. But you still kind of follow the quote unquote right path. There isn't really a path in here, but Yorksan, you have been through these parts some time ago, at least you remember them. You have been traveling through these, just, you know, being a ranger and such. Right. And as you would move deeper and deeper, it's almost as if you hear a faint. Actually, your son you would hear because your like perception is godly. But yeah, you would hear actually some sort of cry for help. It's very faint. It's very strange and eerie. But what you can tell is that it's coming from not from the direction you're going towards, but from so you're going towards the west. It's coming from the south, and it sounds something along the lines of help, help, help. And those three kind of noises repeat themselves. What do you do?
I'm going to just sort of he like lifts a hand to stop everyone as he's like listening out, and then he's going to kneel down onto the ground. And how far away does it sound like it is? Is it like
Well, considering you have a 25 in passive perception, based on that stat alone, I would say it's pretty far, so the others can't hear it at the moment. But your very well trained ears can basically do that. But you would estimate maybe 500 feet.
I would then I'd say there is something up ahead. You there, pale elf. Can you summon that raven again?
Well, just does a little tap with the cane. And you see, like, from the sky, it just comes flying down. It has been following us all this time. I'm surprised you didn't notice.
That's why I asked you to summon it. Anyway, can you see through its eyes?
Yes, up to yes, but I will not be in a position to defend myself while watching through its eyes.
That's all right. I just need you to go and take a look at what's up ahead. It could be dangerous. I'd like to know what we're running into. We can continue to move forward with caution. We'll watch over you. But you tell us if you see anything monstrous.
So do you do so, Salzu?
He's just like does that like with his hand, like moves his hand like across his eyes, and taps with the
Oh.
cane like with the other, and it flies, and his eyes like instead of being this black, it's just like going totally white,
Mm-hmm.
and then the
So-
raven starts flying towards there.
Yes, exactly. The raven flies towards the location that Yorksan indicated, and it's a bit more to. So as you were going to the west, you would be hearing it from your left side or from the south, and the raven just flies as much as as is under your control. I think it's like 100 feet, if I'm not mistaken, or you can just fly for whatever distance.
Let's see. Seems to be right. 100 feet. Yep.
All right. In that case, you would. I'm not sure how well like ravens can see, but still, you would be able to see. Um, the only thing is that as you approach, the raven, looking through the raven's eyes, you see some movement from the south between some trees. But you can't really discern what it is exactly. You'd have to let the raven kind of go down between the trees if you want to actually see what's there, because the trees are wide and their branches filled with leaves cover kind of everything.
Down it goes.
Okay. So the raven goes down, and as you see it's kind of not plummeting but going lower and lower, and as it reaches the level of the trees, it kind of climbs onto a branch and looks around at the maximum distance right now, still in the direction that Yorkson showed you. And what do you see are bunch, you would describe them as very ugly looking dogs. They are large in size, and they seem to be quite monstrous. They look like dogs, but they have hooves like a cow would, and their eyes are red, and they have like saliva dripping out of their mouths. There's three of them, and as the raven looks at them, they don't they don't mind it, but they keep on saying the same stuff, and you see them kind of mimicking the sounds of people, like help, 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 something like that, each of them in a different pitch. And Yorksan, you hear them again and again and again. But yeah, you notice these creatures. Would you I mean, I would assume you would describe that to your fellow companion after.
Yeah, I'm just. it sees some weird dogs with hooves that appears to be the one that the sound originates from.
If you would want to know what kind of creature they are, I mean, more or less precisely, I would say you'd need a survival check. Everybody can make a survival check if they want. Just so. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see what the others roll. Okay. Keep on rolling 4 and 5, sadly. Yeah. But yeah, so basically, Xalzu, only you remember that these creatures are called Leucrotas. And they're basically some sort of predators that can mimic the sound of, well, various beasts or humanoids. And that's how they kind of get to capture their prey and to ambush it. So yeah, you can search it up if you want. It's not a problem if you want to look it up, like on Google and stuff like that. Okay, so sorry, go ahead.
Start Yorkson when I mean, sorry, are you describing what?
No, go ahead.
No, I meant is Zalzu describing that?
Yeah, he's just like, oh. So they use their mimic ability to ambush their prey, which means we shouldn't trust everything we have, as they could be these Leucrotas I have heard of.
It's a good idea not to trust anything in these forests. Let us not let anything track us. We can sneak up on them if you wish, but we could also try and sneak past. But he will cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us as the shadows of the forest seem to just creep in over us and hide us here and kind of blend in with the foliage.
Okay, very nice description. I like that. All right. So your decision would be to move around them. I mean, still, they wouldn't be directly in your path, but maybe giving them a wide berth would be a good idea to some degree. I don't know. It's up to you.
I mean, meta-wise, I'm down for a combat if you guys want to sneak up and beat them up. But yeah, Yorkson's sort of given us the stealthy option here. It's up to you guys.
Maybe taking them out would be the best option, as if there's 3, maybe there's more, and maybe if they sneaks up on us, they are gonna call others, and then we would have more to deal with instead of, taking the initiative.
All right.
So if they hunt by luring, they may not track us. The spell I have cast will ensure that nothing can. Just saying, but I wouldn't mind getting a little warm up. Don't like intruders in my forest anyway.
He kind of rests the maul on his shoulder.
You guys have fun with that.
Not a fighter, JJ. What was it? Jumbo Juice?
Jungle juice. Listen, I prefer not to. If I'm trying something risky, I want it risky to be reaching into the pocket of some filthy fucking noble who decided to come down and see the act, rather than weird dog creatures.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have a hard time finding nobles out here. All creatures and loincloths, at least for a couple of miles.
Well,
I mean,
All right.
you guys hired me. I kind of shrugged to the orc as well. What's his name? Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, like sort of, he'll guide you guys wherever you want to go, but he's waiting for a decision. He'll ask it.
Brilliant will, well, looking that you can't really reach a conclusion in this matter, will say, as much as I enjoy fighting, it would be beneficial for us to reach the location on the map sooner rather than later without any sort of deviations from the plan. So it could be better if we would avoid these creatures for now. If they come to us, then yes, we would have to defend ourselves, obviously. But I would prefer not to engage if it's possible.
I like what he's saying.
All right. Well, I can keep us hidden for about an hour, so let's start
Let's
moving
move.
in the opposite direction to them. Well,
Run. All right. So you keep on moving. I would assume. But yeah, after a while, after like a few minutes, I mean, you still hear the help, help, help thingy going on for a few minutes, not more than 5. But then it dissipates and it's just normal sounds of the forest, at least for now. And you move along. I would ask each of you to roll a stealth check now that you have this bonus. Actually, it's all right. It's a 19. Oh my god, you're rolling hot. 14.
Hold on, how do we...
Almost another nat one.
Okay, but it doesn't add it.
Yeah,
No,
but it's 19, 14, 25, and Brillo rolled a 10, so a 20. It's,
Actually, okay, yeah, it is. I've got disadvantage because I've got medium armor.
right. Yeah, that's all right. It's still 15 plus 10, 25. Okay. You seem to be pretty, like you said, pretty well hidden as you move for the next hour. And yeah, you continue on moving, and as you get closer and closer to the location in which you're supposed to go, you see that the signs of critters or small animals are getting lesser and lesser to a point in which they disappear completely. They don't seem to be anymore. And now, York-san, you know that you've also reached halfway, but you are basically, or more than halfway, you're basically pretty deep in the Forest of the Long Night, and now it's the land of mostly monstrosities around here, or very powerful beasts. Yeah.
I'll ask the rest of the group.
Is there anyone else after this treasure of yours? I just think I should know. I could probably ask the forests if they've seen anyone else passing by.
Brillim would actually look at you and say, "No, no, this is actually a very. I try to keep to be as secretive as possible, so I'm not. I'm pretty certain nobody else knows about this place, about this thing that we're looking for." But what did you say you could do? You could ask the forest if somebody else tracked us or went around these parts.
Yes, these forests have seen much. They could give us many answers. But they could also help us to stop anyone in our way. I've made good friends.
And he's just like, you see him putting a hand up against one of the trees and looking up at it like it's family, like it. He's seriously like a proper tree hugger.
You say they watch us, but I don't see any eyes on the trees.
You tread upon their limbs. You walk across their roots. And there are many eyes in the trees, my friend. Each blade of grass remembers. And given some help, they can tell us all that they have seen.
AJ just looks at the roots they've been walking over for the past couple of days. It's like, I'm sorry.
Yorksan has a newfound respect for jungle juice.
Yorksan, for that one, I'll give you inspiration. So just keep in mind from now on you have inspo. Right,
Yeah,
right.
Trying to see where they're.
Oh, and by the way, if anyone needs to turn into a different thing for about 10 minutes, I have. He just rummages in his pocket. You hear like glassware and metal like clinking and almost smashing. Pulls out a vial of a strange liquid. Doesn't look dangerous, but it looks strange.
Mm-hmm.
Drink this, you can become whatever you want to be for a little bit.
I try and sniff it, like sniff just from where he's standing to see if it smells like it's poisonous or something.
I mean, yeah, you can make me, if you want, a survival roll again to see if you sniff it properly.
Seeing Yorkson sniff, JJ's just gonna sniff as well, like, doesn't smell.
But yeah, you would probably know what if it's poisonous or not. But JJ, what can you tell us about the
It is
thingy, the potion?
the potion is basically an alter self spell that lasts 10 minutes. That's
Okay.
it.
So yeah, Yorksan, you would definitely know it's not poison. It's just some mumbo jumbo magic. That would transport
Science.
you. Or science, yes.
Same thing, I suppose.
Does feel like Jungle Juice would do mumbo jumbo magic.
Yeah. But yeah, you would be still needing to move a bit. You still have like a few hours of light before darkness falls. And Brilliant would ask you, can you tell? He doesn't know how to ask this, but he will try the best of his abilities. The forest to see what we, well, if there's some dangers ahead, maybe. He asks you or your son.
I can. I can ask if we are sitting down to rest. I can ask them to keep a watch over the camp and the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
But I can only grant so much of the forest sentience at once. Though these roots are all connected, I'm sure they could tell us much.
I see.
I don't think
Yes.
Sorry, I don't think you'll have to ask the forest to keep watch. I have a log.
That will be good for you, but I could also ask the forest to knit itself closed around us, create a little shelter, as it were. That would be a good addition, no?
Yes,
I also, if you see this hammer, or if you hear it humming, that means that there is something close. You should all be able to hear it quite clearly, since we have been traveling together, and I'm sure it's not the first time this has happened. But he has a maul of warning that none of us can be surprised if you're within 30 feet of me.
Oh, right. But yeah, Brill would ask then, all right, then maybe when we reach our next stop, we can decide what to do then. But both ideas would be good. The alarm and the trees to keep an eye out. It can't be too safe around these parts, from what I understand. And he looks that serious in your eyes, your son.
He kind of gives a smile if you see these like sharpened teeth as he pats the orc on the back. He says,
Don't worry, my friend. You've got me now. I'll guide you safely through these woods. Or else,
Wonderful.
why would you have hired me?
True, true. I've heard you're one of the best trackers and, well, wilderness experts around these parts. So I only work with the best.
Speaking of, what are these elves to you? I don't think I've ever asked. Do you all know each other from other distant lands or something?
it's like a little bit confused as to the dynamic.
Yeah. So he would actually turn towards the two and he would ask, well, guys, you can each tell them how we've met.
Well, I was a part of a traveling circus. To be completely honest, I don't know really where I am from. We never kept a map. We just went to the next town, the next town, the next town.
And I was so surprised and enchanted by one of his performances that we kept in touch when he came to Agun.
You flatter me. But
Go ahead, sir.
Well, it was a listen, I got kicked out because I gave the worst fucking funeral for a colleague, and somehow that warrants being kicked out of your family. I don't know how, but I'm here now, and I'm trying to get I was offered a favor, but you see, like Jungle Juice is going through a little bit, going through
Yeah.
something right now.
Yeah, yeah. It's alright. It's alright. He pats you on the back. The orc. Brilliant.
I'm not a writer. Why did they make me do it?
It's alright. You did your best. You tried your best. I'm sure you did.
It is not easy to live life on the road like that. I too grew up traveling with a large horde. It is hard to see eye to eye as you get older.
And you can see he kind of is like lowering his head, sympathizing with you somewhat.
JD like sniffles and nods, just like, yeah.
What about you? You that smells like they fell from the sky.
Well, I was in the middle of one of my performances as he comes rushing by, and as I was doing the so-called invisible wall, the people that pursued him ran into it, and they seemed like they wasn't really happy, so I was like, well, better run after this and like try to get an explanation, which led to a bigger adventure than I'd hoped for, but it was a magical experience, and it seems like every time he goes anywhere after that, I've just been happened to be nearby.
So were you two part of the same circus?
No, actually.
Don't think
I've
so.
never been to a circus. Where are all these performances happening?
Wait a second. Jungle Juice, are you my son?
You just get like the most blank expression from Jungle Juice, and then just, I really hope not.
You did say you don't know where you're from.
He also like put his hands together in front of him, like we've just uncovered something massive.
Oh my god. We are doing much deeper backstories than I thought.
These
Elves
forests,
are-
I told you, they see all things.
Elves are not that uncommon, at least in circus acts. I'm not sure about just villages here, but I worked with a lot of elves.
I mean, I've seen plenty of dead ones. They're all over the place in this forest. Can't go 20 feet without tripping over some elf that thought it was a good idea to come wandering into the forest of night. I mean, you give places spooky names for a reason, you know.
Wait a second, does that mean that all the trees are elves?
Some of them, actually.
Right. As you talk, you hear Brilliam saying, well, now that we've all been acquainted with one another a bit better, I think it's time we continue on ahead with our journey.
Oh, I assumed we were walking and talking.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead then.
Yeah, dude. At some point, it's like we've gotten distracted.
Right. Follow me.
Yeah, with the sorry. It's not like we have like a tea party with chips and no.
Nope, I don't have like a flying tea party spell, sadly.
Yeah. But yeah, you advance, and in the end, you reach a point where the forest gets really dense. It's very hard to navigate through. And give me 1 second. All right. Maybe I actually need a few more seconds.
Also, as we go, I will use my Outlander feature to. I can gather fresh water and food for up to five other people in a day. So I'll find whatever small game, or I mean, I know most of them scattered, so he's probably been doing this since the morning.
Yeah.
Just caught a couple of like rabbits and things that he's got strung over his shoulder just for supper tonight.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. So you did that within the day. No problemo. But yeah, now I'm gonna move you onto this map, and let me know if you have vision of the map.
We do. I can see using the technique.
Sorry, what?
I can see you using this new technique. I love this style of map.
Ah, right. Yeah. You recognize it immediately, right?
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of maps like this in Mortia.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty neat tool. I liked it. So yeah, you're in a bottom right corner. That's where the token is with the party, and you would need to arrive safely at another point. It's not really up to scale, but you would need to get to the top left corner somewhere around here in order to somewhere around here in order to be able to rest. Um, why is that? Well, York-san, you remember that around these parts there is a subterranean creature that lives within some sort of lake called the Serpent's Lake, which is right in the center. And it lives in the water. And you know that it's quite dangerous. What you know of it is that it's an aberration. And as you get closer and closer to it, you're still like pretty far away. You're not under its influence. You know that you should give it a wide berth and maybe go around it. But you also know that the chance of encountering other creatures, and because of course this creature has its own territory, but other creatures have their own territory. So depending on where you would choose to go through on this map, you may or may not. I'm just telling you outright, you may or may not encounter something, depending on how well you're traveling until dawn. Until dawn, my God, until the night falls. No, no more music here. Let me put some other music.
Yeah, so York-san will say to the group,
I'll say, all right, everyone. Be vigilant. There is a beast that lurks in these waters. Something I cannot quite explain. But so long as we steer clear of it, it shouldn't be able to enter our minds.
What?
Enter our minds? Brilliant would ask.
Well, this forest is full of madness, and I believe it is because of that creature that lurks beneath the lake. Not to worry, though. I'm sure the other beasts of the forest will be friendly enough. Though everyone, be on your guard, have your weapons at the ready. There are many creatures in this forest besides that one.
All right. Brilliant feels a bit annoyed, even.
JJ is just shuddering at the thought of something entering his mind.
So I've drawn a circle on the map. That's kind of the area you need to avoid. So it's not really that large of an area, but still, it's decently big. Put it a bit to the side. This-
The
Okay.
area next to it there, oh, I don't know if that's pinging. There,
Yeah, yeah.
is that like a sort of raised area? Is that like a bit of a hilltop?
Yeah, it's a bit of a hilltop, just a bit. It's you have to climb up a bit.
Yeah, so then Yorkson would recommend that we, I'd say, let us cut through the forests here along the south and head up the hill. We should be able to get a good vantage point from there to see where we can make camp.
All right, that sounds good.
Yorkson,
Mr.
I
Yorkson.
think curiosity is getting the better of me, but can we at least see the creature?
Well, if we head up that hill, there's a nice little lookout point that I think we may be able to look at it within a safe distance.
Awesome.
All right. Nice gift. I think you can move the one.
So that's the path that Yorkson's sort of suggesting.
Okay, Roger that. Roger that. So you would be able to move freely up until the second point. But yeah, when you reach that point, then you move the token there. There we go. Yeah, when you reach that point, so the forest gets murkier and murkier, and when you reach that point, you are making a bit of a noise because there's a bit of some sort of not really a swamp, but there's like water that's overflow. Not really, just like the soles of your feet, but still like you do like little plep 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 when you're stepping. So you need to be more careful. You'd either need to slow down or yeah, cast a spell or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, I will. I can cast the spell unless you guys have got something.
No, I don't think I can.
Give me 1 second. This one. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if we're traveling through, um, he's heard how much noise they made last time, so I'll put another pass without a trace on.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
Is it? What time of day is it?
It's like late afternoon towards evening.
Okay. Because I think I might just light this for a little bit to make sure nothing invisible just comes up on us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
So he'll just light that and stick it on his belt. Keep going.
Okay. So roll stealth checks, please.
Should I roll with disadvantage because I have a light on me?
I mean, yeah, I would assume so. But still, pretty good rolls overall. Decent at least, because with a +10, that's
30, 30.
26. And Brill actually rolled pretty well as well. He's got a 25. All right. In this case, you move ahead and you reach this point without an issue. Then you move to this point. But when you reach this point, well, let me check something first. Need to check something. Okay. So the lantern is a bit revealing to you, but that's not really an issue. It causes a bit more light that you wanted to. I would ask you, Jungle Juice, to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
So you hear this voice in your head. You hear a voice that's pretty deep and dark and brooding, and it goes along the lines of, "You have entered my domain. Leave before something happens to you." But you're the only one that hears this.
Adrian will look around at the rest, seeing if they heard it as well. Did you, guys, hear something?
What?
Oh, I think we're well without outside of its range. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll be fine.
I just got told to leave someone's domain. Otherwise, bad things
what?
will happen.
looks and whips his head around, like looking surprised, and starts looking at the trees around.
When you look at the trees around, you notice something interesting. You notice because, actually, let me do something first. Yeah, okay. You notice some movement, actually. It's beyond 30 feet. So I'm not. Does the Mall of Warning work beyond 30 feet? Or is just between 30 and 30?
Let me check. I think it works on allies that are within 30 feet of me. But
Mhm.
you have advantage on initiative and you can't be surprised. Yeah, it's just that you can't be surprised, and anyone
Right.
within 30 feet of me also can't be surprised.
Okay, that's neat. That's neat. Because you're in danger at the moment, you see some creatures tumbling almost without a sound through the trees to the south of you. And you see something looking like, give me a sec, something looking like this.
Oh,
Ah.
those four monsters.
Wall's humming. Everyone get ready.
Right, and now, actually, I didn't think this through. I don't have a map for the for like a smaller region of this forest, but we can use this one. And if you could just drag and drop your character on next to the party token. Does it work?
I don't think we have permissions. I think you might have.
I don't have permission. Okay, let me.
Oh, I didn't actually send a token. Whoops.
It's alright. Oh, why is jungle juice not a token? Because they put it a token. Okay. We'll make do with what we have now.
Yeah.
No sense in wasting time. I'll move this.
I just didn't send it. Oh, but if we all images, it's fine.
Yeah. And this is Brill. Okay. So you still see the map, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Please arrange yourselves in like a pattern you would have been a line or an order that you have been walking. The guys would come from south. They would come from around this area. The enemies.
Yeah, I would have been at the front, so probably here if we're heading through the tree.
Okay, and Brill would be in last. Like the brave warrior, he's protecting your rear.
Good second. I like it.
Okay. So you see one, but you also see it's not alone. He has two friends with him. He's just making his way downtown. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you, as they approach, well, and they do approach. Give me a second. You're not, like you said, surprised, everything is fine, you're gonna roll initiative based on like normal initiative. You actually hear them speaking common, and you hear them saying, "Please, food, food, hunger, hunger," something like that. And with that, do you want to do anything else? Actually, before I ask you to roll initiative?
Just like to make a check to see if JJ knows what those are.
All right. What kind of check would that
I steam out my nose. It's like it's the homeless.
I don't know. Roll a
Maybe
nature
history?
or history. Yeah, history. I was thinking history, but yeah, whichever you prefer.
Fortunately, they're both the same mod.
Yeah, you would know that these are very mean creatures that are twisted and turned by something. They are basically some sort of representation of this place. You're not entirely sure if they are they have been other creatures before, like orcs or other humanoid creatures which have morphed into these creatures. But what you know is that they are called sorrow swarms.
Ah,
Maybe sorrow swarm. And give me a sec to put some music.
Look, I think those are some of the elves I was telling you about. But trust me, these aren't circus freaks, just regular freaks.
All right. Let me put up a track. And combat encounter actually. And you can roll initiative.
great. I'm just player 3.
Yes.
Nat 20 on initiative.
All right.
Yoxan is so ready to.
He is. He's definitely ready. Yerksan, you have the stage, please. You see these creatures appear. What do you do?
Okay. Are they? You said they're coming from the trees. Are they like on the ground, or they're actually up in the trees?
No, they're on the ground. Not that was a mistake on my like the way I expressed it. But yeah, it's they're between the trunks of the trees.
Okay. Then I'm going to try and protect this party. This party I've been hired to protect. Or I suppose that's not what I was hired for, but he feels like it right now. I'm going to rush in and charge towards the one in the middle,
Yes.
and I'm going to smash at him. I'm just trying to remember the combos.
Goring rush, and then I don't know.
Yeah, it's not actually Goring Rush because that you need to dash. But if he's within, is he within 35 feet of me?
Yeah, he would be between 30. Now we're
Oh,
just gonna use
actually-
the distance within the hexes, the squares.
Okay, yeah, actually I've got more. I realized because on the first round of combat, I get a little bit of an extra feature.
Because you're a Gloomstalker, right?
Yeah. So first time I've done this, so bear with me.
No problemo.
Yeah, my walking speed increases by 10 feet, and if I take the attack action, I get to make an additional attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to smash him with my maul.
Go ahead.
It's a 28 to hit.
Oh, that's no, that misses. It's a definitely hit. Okay, so that would be. Wait, am I reading that right?
Yeah,
44.
13, but then I'm also going to add a stone strike, and he needs to make a strength saving throw, as he also takes an extra 1d6 force damage.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry for that.
What was that?
Just the wrong button.
Okay. So strength saving throw, yeah.
So yeah, a strength save. Sorry, can I target? Are there automatic systems?
I mean you can target it, but I'm not sure if they will if the
Yeah, I just mean, do
HP
you
will
have like
decrease.
maybe?
There isn't.
Okay, cool. And then no stress. And
So
18 is the DC,
he makes it.
so he is not knocked back. He is not knocked back 10 feet, but because I have Crusher, he is knocked back 5 feet.
Okay.
And then I also am going to make him my favored foe. So
Right.
he takes an additional d6.
Okay.
Okay, so that's only one. Uh,
That's only one attack, though.
that's one attack with 1 extra damage on that.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's see what it can do.
And then I'm just checking how many times. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Ooh.
Sorry. I
Two
was.
19s.
Yep. And yep.
So
And
then,
you also. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. No, sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was just wondering. You also need to add extra damage to the third attack, right?
Yeah, the third attack gets an extra DA.
Okay.
Okay, so that's an extra 2 on there.
Okay.
I'm just checking because some of these things are like once per turn. I think most of them are. Yeah, first time you hit it, and then with my bonus action,
Yes.
sorry, long turn, but oh, okay, I need to declare that before. Okay, so with my bonus action, then I'm going to shove him again. So he needs to make another DC 18 strength save as I'm trying to push him back another 10 feet with my horn.
Wonderful. Give me one.
But yeah, no damage on that one, just a shove.
Yeah. Another strength, yeah?
Yeah, strength save. Because he's just running there and like clobbered it.
Nah.
Not enough. So he kind of smashes it into the side of a tree, clobbers it twice more, and then just rams it with his horns and flings it back into the forest, 10 feet away from him. Yeah, that's perfect.
And
And
he would
then
take. You notice that he would take. He would be fairly unhappy with what happened right now. Do you do anything else?
no, he just gives a snort and is a bit of a roar as he's in the fight. But that's my turn.
15. Let me do that. Holy moly, that was a lot of damage. I think that was like 44 damage, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn, I didn't total it up.
Okay, but this is a hard hitter as well. All right, you do hit him quite hard, and you kind of smack him around. He's torn. I mean, he's not torn to pieces, but still, he's like he fell on the ground, and now he's trying to rise again. We
I'll
go.
move in a little bit further as I'm kind of chasing, but that's fine.
Yeah, you can move. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We move to Jungle Juice. You see Yorkson just rushing through, pummeling down at this creature, and yeah, what do you want to do?
That's a good question. I think for now gonna take it easy. I'm gonna just simply firebolt,
Okay.
and I'm going to target the one behind Yorkson. Top left
So
one.
the left one. Okay, cool. 23 hits, of course, and 15 fire damage as you let out this mote of fire. Just goes straight in its right shoulder and goes like, ah, hunger. Yeah, it doesn't like that. See that. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. No,
I
no,
don't
no.
think I even. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm just looking over my stuff, and I'm realizing I don't have much bonus action yet.
Mm.
And it is an action. Fuck.
You can always give them a nasty glare and just, you know.
Well, would you say as a bonus action I can just give this
Mm.
potion of the elixir of swiftness I made to Zalzu?
Oh yeah, sure. You can do that if he will accept it. So yeah.
So
Sure,
you
sure.
just have a potion that increases walking speed by 10 feet for an hour. And that's
Wonderful.
my turn.
All right. We're gonna move on to the one into the bottom right of Yorkson. He will actually do something surprising, maybe. He will leave your reach.
Can I make an opportunity attack?
Of course.
Is a 27 to hit,
Oh, it definitely hits.
and I have Sentinel, so as he goes, oh no, you don't! And I
Oh my god.
hook
Okay,
him with my
nice,
maul and
nice.
pull him back. As, yeah, 10 points of damage, and then I think no, okay, that's all.
Yeah. Okay, so he stays put. Give me 1 second there. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. In that case, he will attack you. Yes. He will go first with an arm spike towards you.
Oh shit, I just used my reaction. Hold on, buddy, I didn't think this one through. You've got a lot of arms.
Yeah, he does. Ooh, but I think that's a miss.
Oh yeah, 11 misses. I thought the 23 was an attack roll.
Nah, that's just the damage. Sad. Sad GM later. No, I'm kidding. Okay, and for the second, he will try to give you a bit of a hug. Did I? No. 16.
Just misses.
No, thank you. I boundaries. Just shoves him off.
You definitely do so. Okay, since he's gonna stay put, it's Salzo.
Yeah. And it is time for another
do.
trick. As he just. First of all, I spent 4 sorcery points to twin spell a spell. Then, from his sleeves, he pulls out 2 cards of a fish and says, "This is you guys." The 2, that just try to, embrace what's called, him. So they have to make a DC 18 wisdom save. Probably polymorphed into a fish, unless, of course, they have the what's called the thing where their form can't be changed.
Let me see. I think that form can be changed. Give me a sec to roll the dice. So, which one are you targeting again? The smaller ones, the lost sort of
The lost sorrow swans. Yeah.
Okay. So the first one will do a wisdom saving throw. And the second one will also do a wisdom saving throw. And what do you know? They both failed. What do you do with prestidigitation?
No. That's just because I applied nothing. It's just it was because it lays on, I think, 2. No, 1.
All right. So, what's the form that you choose? A fish, you said?
A fish, yes.
They start
Okay.
choking to death.
That's pretty fine.
Cackling.
So yeah, you see these 2 creatures being immediately transformed into what look like pretty large fishes. Yeah, let me add the. I don't know which one to add. Maybe this one. Nah, it's just strength, prone, flying. I can. Give me 1 second, guys, because I don't know which one is which. I don't think it has it, but I'm just gonna use that one with paralyzed. Yeah. Okay. So they are both transformed into large tuna fish, let's say.
That's perfect. And for the last trick, wait. Oh, pure. He's just a. I will attempt to move this guy. The last one, the hungry sorrow swan. Or not. Wait a second. Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. Let's see if I target it and if I go for it. Yeah. We fail.
And so he's moved 5 feet back.
5 feet in the direction of your son, or in the other direction? Okay.
Yeah, just behind, just in case.
Okay.
And with that, my job is done.
Wonderful. You almost hear the crowd applauding, So yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Still had some food left over. Okay, that was your turn. The hungry Sorrowsworm, since it's hungry, will try to move forward and try and well, give me a sec. Yeah, we'll move forward here. And try and take a bite out of Yorksan. Or maybe multiple bites. Okay.
Look, I broke your jaw. Oh wait, that wasn't.
Yep. First one's a claw. Study 20. Yeah, that's a miss.
You've been rolling so well on damage at the attack roll.
Yeah, I know. Teary eyes. But yeah, and the bite. God dang it, finally.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So the way it's described in here, you take 12 piercing and yeah, 30 necrotic damage. And afterwards, okay, you Jungle Juice, you would actually hear the voice, the other voice, that voice that you've heard previously now in your head, as going something like, "You want to fight on my turf? Very well. But
Well,
let's make things a bit more interesting, shall we?"
no, I didn't really want to fight.
Yeah. And you hear that, and when you hear that, something happens. And basically, give me a second to read the spell. Right. The one of the sorrow sworns, will actually transform back into its normal self. But since it's the one that already acted on its turn, the other one will just. So you see this tuna fish kind of being it kind of really takes its form, but then it molds back into the sorrow form what sorrow form was before that.
That normally doesn't happen. As I only have one card in the hand now.
Yeah. Okay. Some magical bullshit going on, I know, but still. Okay, now it would be the orc's turn, who is not in the track. He would actually rush in here and give him a bit of a taste of some divine justice. Let's see if I roll well. Okay, that's a hit. Okay, that's a 11 damage. Plus, I think, give me a sec. Yeah, that's also +3. That's gonna be 14 damage on the first hit. Let's see the second. The second is a miss. Okay. So he comes, he deals a bit of damage, like 14 points of damage to the Sorosworn, lost Sorosworn. And then we're back to Yorkson.
Okay, yeah, Yorkson is going to swing once at the one that just tried to bite him.
Yes, go ahead.
16 to hit.
Let me check. Let me check Reno. Nope, that misses. So you try to swing wildly at the creature in front of you, but sadly it just kind of ducks at this last moment.
Okay, then I'm going to try and swing. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm going to try swing at the other one that I'm flanking there.
Yeah, you have advantage then.
Are we using flanking?
Yeah, we're using flanking.
29.
Oh, yeah, go for it. Ho, ho, ho.
And he is going to take the stone strike on this one.
Okay.
So he needs to make a strength save as well.
Okay,
As
cool.
I'm also going to move him. I'm going to move him 5 feet, so in front of me, basically,
Yeah. Got
and
it.
then the stone strike. Oh, only one extra
Sec.
damage.
Not this one, but the other one. So 20. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, that is a failure. So I smash him over here.
And he takes 13 points of damage, right?
Yes. And
As
then,
you go
oh
ahead.
yeah, as I.
No, as you just kind of crush him once into the side, then his body just almost flies to the air into a few feet away from you. So yeah.
Then, oh, the hammering horns doesn't have to be the creature that I actually hit. So I'm going to try and shove the other one again, so it can also make a strength save with my bonus.
Right. Okay. Yeah, these guys are not happy. So how much do you shove it?
10 feet.
Okay. Do you want to move or no?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna move over here again. So if the orc wants to try and flank more, but that's my turn.
Okay. Mr. Jungle Juice, it's your turn.
I am going to. Hmm.
Doesn't it work?
No, I'm just choosing. I'm gonna move over here. I'm going to target the furthest sorrow.
Swarm. Yeah.
Actually, this one here's a fish still, right?
Yeah, it's still a fish, but it's a polymorph. So from what I remember, polymorph, if it's like diseased, not diseased, if you kill it, it transforms back into the initial form, right?
Okay. Then I'm
Just so you
gonna
know.
leave that one alone. I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness against the one furthest away.
Ah, almost a
Okay.
crit.
Well, I guess not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a miss, definitely.
Fuck. And I'm gonna cast. Oh. I think it gave that health to the sorrow. I meant to cast that on Yorkson.
Ah, right. Yeah, so I will detract the health. Yeah.
Yorkson, you have 9 health points back.
Oh, yeah.
You notice something interesting though. When you heal him, the Sorrow Sworn, this one, the bigger guy, seems to be under like a frenzy. It's almost as if it absorbs part of the magic, and now it's even more focused.
Jungle Juice, I don't mean to be unappreciative, but I think you're making me more tasty. He's drooling more.
Awesome.
Have fun. And Jungle Juice is gonna hide behind, bro.
Okay. Well, next is the other Sorrow Swarm, the last one, one of them at least, and yeah, he is going to attack Yorkson, I guess. He's not going to try that thing with movement again because he learned his lesson. So first is an arrow spike on you, Yorkson. Let's see. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, that's misses, I guess.
Yeah.
And well, let's see.
He parries that one with his maul.
Sorry, what?
He parries that one with his maul.
Yeah. And the other hit will be an embrace. Let's see if it's. Let's see if I recharge it first. I do. And then let's see if it hits with the embrace. Ooh, all right. Now that's some bullshit going on there. Can you block this damage?
I cast Shield as his. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just calculate this. Oh wait, I can only bring it up to 22.
Oh, fuck.
Let me just double check. Is it? Yeah. What is the attack that it's actually doing?
It's called embrace. So it's written there. It's like you take 4d10 plus 3 piercing damage, and the target is grappled. If it's a medium or a smaller creature, until the grapple ends, the target is frightened, and it takes 27 or 68 psychic damage at the end of each of its turns. So you don't take the psychic damage, but you only take the piercing damage. So only
Okay. Um,
But as you're grappled, you at the end of your turn you will take 38. Yeah. Sight.
okay, so sorry, just give me the damage again. It was
25
piercing.
piercing damage immediately, and you're grappled. If you don't escape the grapple, at the end of your turn, next turn, you will take 38 more psychic damage.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. So I did use my reaction for the shield. Either way.
I mean, you didn't need to
No,
use
it's
that.
okay. Because it will. It's fine. I mean, I said that I did it. He's just like he's not expecting it to jump onto the shield and grab him, but it will still protect me against other attacks. So,
Okay. Cool.
so that's fine. But
Yeah, that's his turn. Yorkson takes a bit of, I mean, more than a bit of damage. Xazu.
Yes. It is time to try something new. Hopefully it works. As he just throws the card towards the attacking creature. Let's see if it works. It actually does work. Though it doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't hit. It's too low.
Such a sad thing.
You throw a
Such a-
card, a magical card, and it flies from your grasp, but the creature sees it and it just dodges it as well.
stop trying to gamble, Gambit. This thing's gonna kill me.
Well, at least I can try to see if I can shove it.
Which one? The one in front of the right?
The Lost Sorrow one, yeah. The one,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
So... Oh, okay. That's impressive.
That's really impressive. Well,
that was for the Hungry Sorosor, but still, it's like a natural 20 for the lost one.
yeah. It would still not affect it. But,
Yeah.
Well, I did my part.
Yep. Now we go to the Hungry Sorosor, and this bad boy, seeing that you're occupied with his friend, will actually try to avoid you. Move here. And you'll move here. And you will... I mean, it will attack the orc first. Let's see if it hits. Give me a second. It will try to do a claw attack. But how do I do it with advantage? Oh.
You don't. As I restore balance.
Oh.
So no.
Oh, nice.
No
advantage?
advantage.
Okay. I just roll that. Wah. The first attack misses the orc. Second attack. Let me see if this applies. Yeah, but it still has advantage on the second attack. So does this apply to all attacks or just one?
Only the roll from yeah. So it would be only the first.
Okay, I will roll twice because I don't know how to use advantage in here. But if I click shift, how is it? I hold shift maybe. Yeah. And the second is for Jungle Juice. There's a
A
19 hit.
19. Yeah.
Do you want to do anything like a shield or I don't know?
Nope. I've got nothing.
All right, so you would take 6 piercing, 9 necrotic, and since it's empowered by life hunger, you would also take 4d10 extra necrotic. Another 17. That's cool. That's a poor roll. Oh my god. But yeah, it takes like a bite out of your shoulder, Jungle Juice, and you feel its teeth sink deep into your flesh, sadly.
Oh,
And that's his turn. The other Losaurus form is still incapacitated or polymorphed. So we're gonna go to the orc. And the orc will attack with all its might. Let's see if it also.
I'm sorry, I know it's my turn's coming up, but I'll be right back.
Sorry, what?
gonna be
Okay.
I just said I'll be right back.
Okay. So the first one will be actually a hit. It has a plus 10. And he will pump a smite into this creature just for good measure. So let's see. That's 13 plus. That's like 5d8. Yeah, 5d8. Okay, that's 19, 32, and another one. 35. Well, that's good. And that's only the first attack. So he takes 35 damage, and for the second, he misses. All right, so you see this fella just standing right next to you, Jungle Juice, and he invokes the power of the Almighties, and he would have wanted to crit, but he didn't. And he takes the longsword and just cuts deep into the hungry sorrow sworn, and it releases you with a screech as it takes some more, as it's a bit more hurt. So that's okay. Okay, the other one is still inactive because of course he is, and we will move to Yorkson, but he's not here.
I'm back.
Ah, you're back. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a you, Yorkson.
Okay, so I'm grappled and frightened.
Yes. If you want to attempt to ungrapple yourself, you need to make a strength, I think, with a DC of 14. Or
Okay.
athletics or acrobatics. Sorry.
Do I want to do that?
Or you can just attack him.
How badly hurt is this creature looking that's grabbing me?
It's like it's blooded.
Okay.
So that would mean it's below half HP.
Okay, I'm gonna try something stupid. I'm going to.
I'm all for it.
He's going to, because he's freaking out at this point, like he's trapped. I'm going to call out to the forest, and I'm going to call for assistance. As I'm going to cast. Yeah, I can cast a spell. I'm not restrained. Yeah, so I'm going to cast. Where is it? Conjure animals.
Oh. Anyone.
I'm going to summon. I'm going to call a rhinoceros to get a rhino to come charging out of the forest towards us, just
Okay.
going like in this direction. So I'm gonna try to get it to like push us. I have got the stat block here. Probably don't have a rhino stat block on hand.
Give me 1 sec. I have it right here.
Nice. But if it moves 20 feet straight towards the target and hits it with a gore attack, it will take extra bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone.
Okay, so he needs to start like somewhere around here.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to try and, he's going to try go through them both, but he's actually only going for the one that's holding me.
Okay. So as you focus yourself, as you're getting a bit desperate, you readjust and you try to, well, move, like slide a bit, just to position yourselves for the rhinoceros to, as it appears in there, like, and it just goes trampling. So the charge is a DC strength DC 15. Let me see.
Yeah, or be knocked prone. And yeah, I assume I'm probably going with this thing if it's going down, but oh,
He said, "Nah, brother."
just gets sandwiched. Just gets struck and doesn't even go down. What a champ.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how much he does still take the damage?
Yeah, he still takes the damage, he just isn't knocked prone. But because it moved in, he does take the 9 damage. It's just the prone effect. So he's standing like behind him here.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, down below probably, so we can see.
Yeah. Sorry.
Like within mana, yeah, perfect. And then with my bonus action, just
you
check
take 9 bludgeoning.
yeah, with my bonus action, I'm going to like in his arms because I can't break out. As the thing hits him in the back, I'm going to disappear.
Oh.
He's still in his arms. I just turn invisible.
Oh, so you're still grappled.
Yeah, I'm still grappled, but I just can't see me. That's my turn.
Okay, but remember, if you end your turn grappled, you will take all that damage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any other way to get out. That was kind of my.
Your hope that it would, yeah, hit him and fall prone.
I mean, yeah. To be honest, he's not that smart.
It's alright. It's alright. Well, in that case, you take 38% damage. So,
Cool.
cool. Taking it like a child.
Wait, it's like damage elemental. No, that's the one thing you can't absorb. All right. I feel like it made even worse that a rhino just hit him from the other side. Like nothing's going well, but he just like dissolves. Okay, I'm okay. Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Okay. Jungle Juice. You have this creature on top of you. I mean, he's not. I mean, I think he left for a second actually. Yeah, we'll have to wait a bit just to see what he does because afterwards it's turn. Or no, actually, let me see if it's. Yeah, it's the other guys. So it will be this one. So I would say, okay, he's back. Hello, Goose. It's your turn, Mr. Jungle Juice.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, sure. JJ's gonna go on the other side and
On the other side.
fuck it.
What's that?
Against.
Oh, blight. Holy shit.
Yep.
I will
Against
roll
the
it in
one.
here.
I'm
Yeah.
the opposite of here from the orc.
Let's go. Yeah. He fails. You got him.
Hit fucked.
So you kind of move, you do like a pirouette on your feet, and then you manage to focus all of your energy into this spell that comes out of your hands, and it just washes over him as it takes the light out of him. He takes 42 necrotic points of damage, which is quite a lot. He didn't like that. No, no. And he's blooded now.
Ooh. Uh,
Anything else? I mean, you did quite a lot, but still, if you want to do anything else.
yes. I'm sorry to the rhino, but I'm gonna do this.
It
And
takes. Yeah, okay. He's gonna move, I assume.
yes, and I'm literally also just gonna go around the rhino. End up over here,
Mhm.
so both sorrows should take that damage. Little
Okay,
as it
now
may be.
I'll also get the rhino to take a bit of damage. No problemo though. That's fine.
And then I'm just gonna come hither. Away off from Yorkson. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. That's your turn. Now the one that's onto you like a leech, your son. He will try to do the attack again. Let's see. Get it first. Get it. Yeah. First, an arm spike. Ooh.
I am also invisible, so they have disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
or
Disadvantage. Yeah. Sorry. Well, 23.
Yeah.
So 22 points of damage for the first attack. Piercing. And second attack still on you. With disadvantage. I don't know how I roll this one now, but yeah. Sorry. Another 15 points of piercing damage on you. But he ungrapples you. So you're not grappled anymore.
I just hear this loud thump to the ground.
Yeah. And don't forget that well, I did just wrote in the chat on Discord, but you do have healing potions if you want to use them. You have 2 greater healing potions and 1 superior healing potion. If you want to use it. So yeah. Healing potions, we're gonna use them on bonus actions, by the way. On any kind of potions. Right. That was its turn, and Salzu, it's your turn. You go.
It is time.
Start.
As Salso, he pulls out a card, throws it at the what is called the Lost Sorrow. This
Yeah.
one does a little trick with his finger.
Let's go.
He just snaps his finger, and the card explodes. So
Okay.
he also spends 1 sorcerer point. So the rhino, the what is it called? The rhino.
It's a careful spell.
Yeah,
As
basically
long as
just
that's trying to set my rhino on fire.
yeah, the rhino, what's called Rhino Brim, Yoxon and Jungle Juice is protected.
Okay.
But yes, because I knew Fireball is so good.
The rhino runs up and there's fire everywhere.
I was just like, I'm more worried that if there's forest that technically set that on fire.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, the rhinos might come after you next. That might be the forest response.
But you do that, and as the card explodes and it engulfs everybody except for engulfs everybody, but they're not affected in fire. They will need to do the rolls. Let me see. So first, I'm gonna do the Hungry Sorrow Storm. It's the thing. He makes it actually. And then the little guy, the Low Sorrow Storm, doesn't make it. So he takes the Low Sorrow Storm takes 27, and the other guy takes 13.
Yep.
He's barely standing, the small guy.
Small guy get. Oh, well, let's see. And then, just as a precaution, I take the potion, the swiftness potion, and drinks it. And that's all.
Okay.
Gotta use that.
Hang on. You should get some temporary HP. Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find it in my list of shit.
Yeah, that was just a concentration check because of all the damage. I forgot to do that.
Ah, right. Because
I- So my favorite foes dropped.
Zalzu, you get 9 temporary hit points.
The Hungry Sorrow Thorn, seeing that it got a bit burned, it will it will just target the orc at this point. It's no point in not doing that. Let's see if it hits. First, we're gonna do the bite. And the orc is actually protected. He barely misses. And then we're gonna do the claw. And again, just barely misses. Whew, so the orc succeeds in protecting himself. Brill just kind of fights off with this creature that tries to hack his head off with a bite, but just barely manages to push him off him as it would take its turn. Right. Oh, you disappeared. Wonderful.
Ah,
Is
he
it-
just applied the invisibility to himself.
Okay, okay.
That's been automatic, I think, since 2-2.
So the orc will attack the. So what should he attack? No, I think you can take care of the low HP one. You'll attack the one in front of him. 17. I think that's just. Let's see. Yeah, that hits. Another Semiterino for the that guy. For damage. 13 plus 11, 26. No, plus 11, 24, and plus 5, 29. And the second attack, it's also a hit. And it's 11 plus 14, 25. Yeah, he does quite a lot of damage. He deals 64 with the smites. And the Hungry Storm is just kind of barely hanging on, but still hanging on. And you see him yelling, "Hunger, hunger, eat, eat." But yeah, that was the orc's turn. He will move here in case you want to flank. And now Yorkson, you go.
Okay, so yeah, Yorkson is going to reappear. Yeah, and swing his maul at the Saurus one.
Go for it.
Oh wait, that's advanced. It's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And then I'm going to use this stone strike on this one.
Let me tell
so-
you right now
Sorry.
that damage is enough to bring it down.
Okay, well, I'm trying to just knock it. Actually, I can move it 5 feet anyway, so I'm going to just smash that one towards the hungry one. Just going, eat this! As he just smashes it through the air, and then I'm going to charge after it.
Okay. Give me 1 second to remove it. Not that saving throws, no. He's just going to die. He's dead. But yeah, I will. So you want to move in where he is right now, or? Oh,
Behind, like, I'm trying to run sort of straight through him.
right.
Wait, actually, how much can I flank it? Yeah, I've
Yeah,
got
it
more
would
than
be
enough.
doable. Would be possible.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he's just, as he kind of knocks into him, he's trying to use that as an opportunity to try and get behind him and get
Yeah.
that.
Wonderful. And you have advantage on that attack. And that's a hit.
Okay, and then I'm going to use the stone strike again,
Mm-hmm.
but so strength save from him. But I'm going to try and knock him, like go for an uppercut and actually knock him 10 feet up into the air.
Oh. And hit in the air.
So
Interesting. Okay. God, he actually makes it.
Okay, yeah, so he's not knocked up into the air. There's not much of a chin to catch on this thing. But he also takes 6 points from at the faded foe.
Yes, he does.
But that's much.
All
wait.
right.
That,
Okay.
I didn't use my bonus action. I'm going to use that to take a potion of superior healing if I can.
Superior healing is only one, and it's 8d4.
Or the greater one is fine.
Greater one is 4d4 plus 4, I think. Yeah, 4d4 plus 4.
Nice. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Right. Now we move on to JJ.
Oh wait, sorry. The rhinos also gets an attack.
Oh,
It
yeah.
actually supposed to roll its own initiative, but
Go for it.
I've just figured it
Attack
works
him.
on mine. So it makes a gore. Oh, 8. It's like nothing so long.
Yeah, that's.
It's like just rampaging after seeing all the fires. It's gonna hit it. It's gonna hit it randomly. That's me.
Okay. Now we move on to JJ. You see this creature is barely standing. It's literally barely standing on its last few breaths.
I'm gonna. Yeah. So it takes that 3 fire damage from the stride, and
Okay, let me see if it brings it down. No, it's still standing.
I'm gonna
still standing.
upcast.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
And since oh wait, this is a ranged spell attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means you have disadvantage.
I
If you're within like melee range, that means you have disadvantage. But if you want, you can. I will let you retcon the. I don't know
Ignore that. I use restore balance, which
Okay.
means
Doesn't the flanking cancel it out with the rhino?
And I would say no because it's not melee attack. It's not a melee attack. It's flanking is only for melee attacks.
Oh, fair enough.
okay.
So yeah,
Sort out,
it's
right?
it doesn't matter. It's sorted out. It's sorted. It's solved. And tell me, how would you want to do it?
Just like seeing the manner in these creatures, just how they fight. JD's gonna put on his acting mask for a second and give them a taste of his own medicine. He's gonna run around, run straight up to him, bump into him. Like whatever little
Mhm.
fire damage, he's covered with like warm embers, and that just sears him slightly. But then he grabs him. I know it's a ranged spell attack, but flavor. He
No,
grabs him by the
describe it the
neck,
way you want. Yeah.
grabs him by the neck, and just this green light glows from JJ's hands into his neck, and it just
Mm-hmm.
flows throughout the creature until it dissipates, fades, and he goes limp.
All right, and as the energy kind of goes through him, you see him almost disintegrating partly as you feel the weight of its body as you said it goes limp, and you're victorious, at least for now, until this creature transforms back into its true self. But no, I'm kidding. But yeah, you would be all right for now. You have survived.
Nicely done.
The orc looks at you, Yorkson, and says, "Well, you took a few hits back then. I say we heal you up and get moving. We don't want to attract more attention." And he comes closer to you to heal you up.
Ah, thank you. Yes.
He would give.
Similarly,
Yeah, go ahead.
similarly, Jungle Juice does the same for Yorkson as well.
And the orc would give you 42 hit points from his lay on hands.
Okay. So sorry, how much is
Sorry, what?
sorry, 42, and then who was the healing word from?
Jungle
Uh,
juice.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah, Yorkson is going to put his hand on his own chest and cast Cure Wounds.
But you feel the blessed energy kind of coursing through you. You feel reinvigorated as you readjust even more, and the wounds get closed even more.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I think I'm good to go. We made a bit of noise there. Let's see if we can avoid the ire of the big beast and get up that hill.
The rhinoceros is still there, right?
Yeah, I'm just checking. How long it lasts. Yeah, for an hour, so he's still there.
You have a friend with you now. Good job.
I'll go up and just sort of put a hand on one of his horns and just
say, "Thank you, friend. I needed you there."
He goes almost like a horse. Just kind of letting out steamy out of his nostrils.
Yorkson does the same, and they'll continue walking on.
Everyone
All
else
right.
good to go?
I am, says Brill.
Yeah, that was horrifying, but
All right, I will again delete these. Delete the token. Give me 1 second. Or you know what? You can move the tokens if you want yourselves, and you would have no issue climbing up the hill. Up here. Making my way downtown to the forest. And I will also move the rhinoceros. The rhino. But yeah,
I will cast Speak with Animals, and he will just go up to the rhino and say,
Stay here for a while. Make sure nothing comes up the hill after us, won't you?
and you hear him say in a male voice, "Understood, sir. I will be at your service."
Good man. Or rhino. He just walks up.
Right. You can still move a bit further if you want. If not, you can stay here for the night. It's up to you.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad place to stop.
Agreed. We can set up those defenses we spoke about earlier.
Well, you can set up your defenses. I will pull out another trick. As he just pulls out, like, from his sleeve, just opens his sleeve and just, like, cards flying out. And builds a little house of cards. Well,
Wonderful.
I will be staying there.
Oh, well, isn't that handy? Neat trick.
Quite impressive, Master Elf, the Brill says.
I didn't know you could do that.
I can do many things.
That's with cards.
Some greater mysteries comes at a high price.
I don't know, it reminds me of a children's fairy tale, I think. Something about 3 pigs and a wolf.
Well, I
I
don't
don't
see a
remember it.
wolf. So we should be safe. Also, I don't see any pigs.
Speaking of, I mean, before we head in, do you want to go and see if we can see the bigger beast down below?
Yes.
Okay. I would assume you would go around, yeah, around there or even here. Yeah, okay. So as you approach the edge and you see the final rays of sunshine just kind of overlooking you, in a sense, overlooking the forest, you get a pretty clear view of the surrounding area, and it's, well, even though the sky is pretty wide and open and clear, the forest still feels shrouded in some sort of darkness. Very few rays of sunshine manage to pierce through the foliage. On the other hand, as you look down at this small lake that's in front of you, it's pretty strangely shaped, more or less like a snake. From that, it gets the name the Serpent's Lake. And you try to look around. Maybe you'll be able to see the creature living inside. And you look, and you look. How long would you want to wait? Would you wait for an appearance? Maybe, I don't know.
I will
think-
actually say to the rhino, I'll say,
Well, I think we're good for tonight. Thank you. If you want to head off, I won't keep you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And he marches off into the sunset. I don't know, something like that.
then I'm going to cast Locate Creature to try and like look at the tracks and everything from up top, sort of sniff out to see if I can see the tunnels and things that I know this thing exists in.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me see the description. Describe an activation.
Yeah, you said I'd seen this thing before, but I mean, if not,
Yeah.
then I don't think I'd be able to do it.
It's you'd probably seen it just outside of like not outside of its habitat, but you've seen it from afar at one point. It has a somewhat of a longer neck, and it's similar to a Plesiosaurus. It's like a dinosaur. But
Oh, no, it's real lucky to see her this time of year.
but you feel the movement, and you feel as if the creature is just kind of going deeper into the water. It doesn't want to be seen. But you feel it. It's in there. It's in the water. It's in the lake.
Yeah, I'll be pointing it out to Jungle Juice. Just
There it is. Do you see it? It's just under the surface.
Um,
You would actually notice a few ripples of water coming from underneath the surface. So you'd see something, but not the physical like outline of the creature. No.
Majestic, isn't she?
yes. Jungle Juice says, looking at ripples.
Mhm.
Those ripples are where it is, right?
Yeah, it's right over there.
yeah, he's just sort of looking longingly, like he's at the zoo or something, like he's on safari.
Yeah.
And
Wonderful.
on the other hand, JJ is looking like someone trying to find Waldo in one of those Find Waldo books.
Where's Waldo? It's underwater.
What the fuck? I can't.
Are my eyes working even? But yeah, if it's okay with you guys, I would say we end the session here. And if you want, we can continue with the finale next time.
Yeah.
If you want, it's
Yeah.
not mandatory or anything. If you thought it was all right for you, if not, we can just skip it and be it like it is.
Yeah, I'm happy to keep playing this.
I'm happy also.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying this.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for the great time. It was very fun for me as well. It was very fun for me at least. I really like the way each one of you kind of introduced their characters and role played them. It was pretty interesting to see the dynamic of well, more of a in touch with nature kind of guy who is less civilized to some degree, when with two magicians and one orc noble or whatever he is. We're not sure exactly. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a nice dynamic actually. Did you guys coordinate on making them from the circus?
No.
No.
That was
I
quite
was
funny.
no. I just had read like the card one, and I was like, oh, I really
Yeah,
want to play
and, like-
around with this. And then I was like, I was considering bringing the using one I have basically been laying on for very long, but that is like would only be a copy because you cannot create them on D&D Beyond anymore. Only if you have that have a copy of that item or what's called class.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do a card wielding like wizard or something for a while.
Oh, what
That's
about the? I think it's called not. I think it's the Gate Rogue or something.
I thought it was a
mean-
wild card.
Yeah, it's the wild card. Yes, that's Renegade is the fighter one. Yeah, but you cannot create those anymore. The only reason I can't is because I was smart enough to make a copy of them.
You see, we've got a spell on. I don't know if it's a homebrew one. I think it might be one that I got from Tome of Heroes, maybe. There's a spell that's like a cantrip, which is basically like a firebolt or something, but it's throwing a card, and I think it has different effects on a hit.
Sounds like
I
a
think-
homebrew one.
Yeah, I think it's from Tome of Heroes, but it's basically it just changes the type of damage depending on the card you throw. But it's the same as like the same damage as like a Ray of Frost or something like that. I'd be fun to look into for next time. I feel like it would fit your character. I'm pretty sure we've got it on D&D Beyond, but I have no idea. But thank you for the session. It was fun.